Hey guys, it's Daniel Son. Welcome back to the channel, and we are back with the 1976 Turbo Fiat project. Now, before we start, Happy New Year. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me for this new year. Yeah, I got a New Year's resolution, which is going to be new projects, better content, and yes, we're going to go ahead and finish this thing as soon as possible. Now, in this video, we're going to focus on installing the intercooler. We're going to go ahead and install all the copper piping and all that stuff because I really want to see how it looks. And you might be thinking, it probably wasn't a good idea, and you're probably right, but we decided to try something different. We'll see how it works. But some of you know that installing copper pipes require you to solder them together, so it requires heat. So we got to be careful, putting heat in there. We have rubber couplers attaching some of the lines because obviously copper and aluminum don't really solder together, or copper and the parts of the car cast aluminum. Some of the parts are cast aluminum. They don't really solder together either, so we're going to need rubber to put them together. But we have to keep in mind to remove them whenever we're soldering. Now, before we continue, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to AutoRicambi. AutoRicambi has been a major sponsor for this build. They've supplied parts that really helped us out, so definitely go ahead and check them out. They have a website, AutoRicambi.com, and also they have a YouTube channel, so if you need help with your own Fiat project and you need some guidance and stuff like that, they got videos there, and they also have information on their webpage. Now, if you're enjoying the series and you're liking the videos, definitely make sure to like, share, subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and I really appreciate it. So I did spend some time off camera kind of figuring out what angles, what copper pipe elbows and stuff like that we're going to use. How was I going to attach this copper pipe to this aluminum intercooler, because there is a size difference. This is 2 inches, this is 2 1/4, I believe. So obviously you can't solder it together, and even if you could, the size difference is too much. So I have to find a hose to attach them together. Now, I didn't want to go with silicone hoses because silicone hoses tend to be a little bit expensive. I believe a little bit overpriced. But I decided to figure out what the next best thing was, and I looked at our local parts store and I found some coolant hoses that were the right size, and they could handle up to 20 psi roughly. They should be fine up to that, and our sections are small, so that is perfect for our application, and they were cheap. They're extremely cheap, so they'll work just fine for this. So now the next thing that we need to figure out is how to mount this thing to this. So obviously we can't just have this intercooler hanging around, and I'm not quite sure how we're going to do that, so we're going to have to figure that out. So I decided to go ahead and mock it up just so I can actually go through the radiator support. So I have to cut that out. I got a hole saw. I don't know if I'm going to use that. Maybe a combination of a hole saw and some filing. I don't know, but we need to make a big hole there so those can go through. Okay, now that the hole is cut, we're going to go ahead and install the intercooler back in and see how that looks. So off camera, I went ahead and made the hole a little bigger just to give myself more room in there. But I had to also shorten the pipe to connect these two pieces, these two elbows. I had to shorten that a little bit just to, again, give myself a little bit more room. So you can see the two pipes stick out on this side. And right now, the intercooler needs to go down a smidge. But these two pipes fit there pretty well. Now this bottom pipe right here, we're going to go ahead and connect it. So it's going to have to run all the way over here and then connect to the bottom of the turbo here. And that'll be our first completed pipe. Now look at that. So it comes out of the intercooler, goes up over there through the radiator support, comes out here all the way to the turbo. That looks pretty cool. Okay, so now we can do the output of the intercooler. The output of the intercooler is going to go into the intake. Now, the intake manifold is not installed, so we need to go ahead and do that first. Now, before we do that, I'm starting to get a stiff back from working on this thing, and I still have to go home and edit for hours and hours and hours and get this video ready so I can post it. Now, this is where the FlexiSpot E7 Plus desk comes in. Now, as you can see, this thing is almost as tall as me, so we're going to go ahead and unbox it and set it up. Okay, so I got it all fully assembled, and this thing is built like a tank. Now this thing has 4 legs, which is rock solid, it's very stable, so as you're raising up with a cup of water or even a nickel, this thing is super sturdy. It also has 3-stage legs, which makes it suitable for all heights. Now the E7 Plus has a 540-pound static capacity, and I have a Ferrari engine that's about 450. So let's go ahead and see if it can handle it. Okay, that is insane. It was like no effort whatsoever. Now the FlexiSpot E7 Plus standing desk is going to be a major upgrade for my setup. Right now my editing rig or station or whatever you want to call it is sitting on a dining room table actually, and it doesn't look great. Now we're going to be using this desk. Luckily, it's very compatible with a wide range of accessories. It has a little keypad with a USB charger, which is very convenient. It also comes with 15-year warranty. Like most mechanics that work on cars, we have back issues, and this is great because I can work standing up or sitting down whenever I'm editing videos for like a whole day. So it's nice to be able to change it up. Okay, so FlexiSpot provides all kinds of standing desk and ergonomic chairs to meet your demand. If you want a really stable frame for premium use, I'd recommend their E7 Plus standing desk with 4-leg design. They also offer comfortable ergonomic chairs with flexible adjustments for your back. So go ahead and use my promo code, which is YTE7P50 for $50 off. Okay, now that the intake is on, we're gonna go ahead and start routing the copper pipe all the way up to the intake. Okay, so this one right here was practicing my soldering, but unfortunately I ran out of map gas, and also my soldering needs a little bit of work. And since I ran out of map gas, I'm not gonna be able to do it for this video, but that's okay. I'll just do it off camera and get it done. But at least you guys will get to see the entire thing finished. Okay, so check that out. Look at that. Ignore my soldering. I hope I can do better than that, honestly. But yes, these don't have like a bevel or whatever you want to call it, where you can actually tighten the clamp over. I am going to be adding those because it's only in a few spots, but I am going to be adding some of those. I have an idea. Not going to do that right now, but yes, we need to solder all of this, get all this soldered and stuff like that. Some of these these like joiner pipe that I use right here might need to be a little bit longer, but that's fine. We have like an extra 5 feet of copper tubing, so we're fine. This is just a really rough mock-up of the whole thing, and as you can see, it looks pretty cool. I kept it all on one side, and we have room for a filter, so that's great. And then the intercooler, which to really put it on there, I'm gonna have to solder some tabs. So not solder, I'm sorry, weld some tabs on there, some TIG welding to get it done properly. Right now, it's those 2 little wires holding it up, but I'll get something done that's a little bit better, but I need to get a TIG welder or something like that to get it done. Okay, so I'm going to end the video right there. Some special thanks to AutoRicambi, FlexiSpot, the sponsors of the channel. They really helped the channel go forward, so I really appreciate that. Now, this video was a little bit quick because I had a little bit of a deadline, but that's okay. From now on, we should be okay. Now, the plans for this year is to get this car done as soon as possible, so I'm hoping that the next video will get a lot of stuff done. Hopefully, maybe all of it. I don't know. But definitely stay tuned. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.